Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. You're watching In Deep on the Delta. This is the weekly Delta fishing report for the week of January 13th. We opened up with a retro picture of me back in the day. I think it was the late 60s, and man, that brings back memories. What a great time to be a kid out on the Delta, exploring out here, fishing and just swimming and having a great time. With that being said, the last week or so out here probably hasn't created a whole lot of memories, but we're going to get into that, and we're going to switch it around a little bit. I'm going to start off talking about the Delta, then I'll talk about Clear Lake, the Mother Lode, and we'll talk about what the situation may be for next week. This week it's been really tough. So same old out here on the Delta. Water temperature is about 46, 47 degrees, a foot to 2 feet of visibility. Nothing has changed as far as the water. And we're going to have this probably for the next 4 to 6 weeks, 45 to 47 degree temperatures. Maybe we're going to get a little better visibility in the next, depending on the rain, but it's going to be same old. And the fishing has been tough out here. I've talked to all of my contacts, hook, line, and sinker, outdoor sportsman. I've talked to Jeff Suhu from Suhu Sport Fishing. I have been getting some reports through my YouTube channel, Instagram, Facebook, all of the normal avenues, and it has been tough. It's just a lot of skunks, a lot of 1 and 2 fish days, and just super tough. Now I know Jeff Suhu has not been out on the Delta, but he has fingers all over out here, and even Jeff is saying, he's not getting reports that have been very good at all. So stripers, super tough. There are guys catching fish here and there, but the guys that I know that have been getting double-digit numbers are now down to 1 or 2 fish, working really hard during the course of the day to get those 2 fish. If there's any bright spot in the stripers, or if you're going out after stripers, they tend to be holding in a little deeper water, and most of the guys that I know that have sent me reports on fish that they've caught, they have been either vertical jigging or dropping live bait down to the stripers. That's all I can tell you with the stripers. We'll see what happens next week. And I was in contact with Haps Bait, and as many people as they have going through there, just no striper reports. They're selling a lot of sturgeon bait right now. So I guess with the rain and the tides and the dirtier water, sturgeon might be going, but stripers are really tough. As bad as the stripers are, largemouth bass probably even tougher. There was a tournament out at Ladd's, 20-boat team tournament, and they only came in with 5 fish out of the entire tournament. 4 pounds and some change won the tournament. So that's about as bad as it gets. On a bright note, my friend Jared was out that same day. He was checking out the tournament. He went out in his kayak. He was out, I guess, for about 3 or 4 hours. He caught 1 fish, but it was a 4 1/4 pound fish on a white spinner bait, and that would have been good enough to get big fish in the tournament and get him second place with 1 fish. So, hey, bright spot for Jared. Congratulations. Tough fishing. With that, let's just move on along to a little more sunshine, and that sunshine this week is going to come from Clear Lake. I talked to the people at Clear Lake Bait and Tackle. The lake has risen with the rain, and as of Tuesday, pretty much all of the ramps were open, and all of the public ramps were open, obviously. Redbud is open, and or the county ramps are pretty much all open. By the time you guys read this, or see this video, everything should be open. Hopefully I didn't get pooped on here. Yes, I did. That's a first. I got pooped on. Damn. It's really turning out to be a bad week. So anyhow, Clear Lake is open, but the fishing is either fair to good or fair to poor. We can't rate it as good. If you hit it on a day where the weather has been where the barometer is not moving up and down, the weather's pretty steady, you can have a pretty good day, if you're hitting it in between these fronts coming in, it can be pretty tough. But the baits that they're catching them on, according to Clear Lake Bait and Tackle, same old, same old. They're getting them on LV 500s, a few of them on A rigs, small spinner baits, small plastic spinner baits with under spins on them, and jigs. Give those 4 baits a try. Give it about a week or two, and they're expecting that the big bait bite might happen. That's going out and throwing your big swim baits and maybe A rigs and really looking for some toads. Hasn't happened yet, but we'll keep up with that. Along with that, I talked to John Leasty from Maloney's, and John's with Experience Fishing Guide Service. Tournament up there, produced 19 pounds to win. John got 3rd place in that particular tournament. It dropped all the way from 19 down to 13 for 3rd place. And the average guys were getting about 10 pounds. So don't expect to go up to Maloney's and get 20 pounds. But John is saying the guys that were catching at 10, 11 pounds, they were calling a lot of fish. So a lot of 2-pound fish to be caught up in Maloney's. And I'm not, you know, when it comes to the Mother Lode, whether you're fishing Maloney's, whether you're going up to Comanche, maybe Folsom, maybe Berryessa. I got a few reports from Berryessa. They're fishing up there, just finesse fishing and catching fish. So anywhere with spots in them, this time, any of the lakes with spots in them, you're probably going to do a little better up there as far as activity going with just, you know, having some fun. You don't have to go to Maloney's, but it is beautiful up there now, and they are catching fish. All right, with that being said, what else can I talk about? Okay, what happened to me this week? Why have I not been out on the water? I got up to Maloney's with my son and my daughter and my wife. We were taking a nice hike, and everything was just great until my wife Amy slipped and broke her fibula, her ankle, and we had to kind of get her up to the car and take her into the emergency. She's doing better now. She has a walking cast on, and I have been taking this week to spend some wonderful time with my wife Amy and helping her out around the house. She's getting a lot more mobile. Like I said, she has a walking cast on now, and boy, I'm going to get pooped on here again if I don't hurry up. So I have a feeling that in the next week she's going to get a little bit tired of me hovering around and say, Steve, it's time for you to go out fishing. So I guarantee you next week I'm going to come up with a report and we'll formulate a plan. I can say this. I know my partner Eli, NorCal Angler, he was out during the last few days when the sun was out. And as you can see, it's not out now, but he was out when the sun was out, and he got a couple of 5s and had a pretty darn good day. So we're going to try to build on that. Hopefully the weather will hold out. I will be out on the Delta, and again, I'll try to give you guys a better report for next week. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Oh, a couple things here before I leave. I will be at the Fisherman's Warehouse booth at the International Sportsman Show starting, I think, not this weekend, but next weekend, the 19th or the 20th through the 23rd. I'll be out there, so those of you who feel comfortable getting out there, make sure you stop by the Fisherman's Warehouse booth and say hi. I know they will be selling all their gear with no sales tax, and they're going to have some daily specials. They've got some stuff that they can't talk about, but they'll have some specials. I also got some nice In Deep on the Delta decals. I'll be handing those out, and for those of you who may see me at the ramp and you want a decal, say, Steve, give me one of them darn decals. I'll be more than happy to pass one by your way, and you can stick that on your kayak or your boat, your fishing box, whatever the heck you're doing. So again, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week.